Etobicoke Kangaroos and the Toronto Kangaroos here on Rogers TV. My name is Simon Drum, and with me I have two-time AFL Premiership player Cody Royal. G'day Cody, how are you today, mates? Yeah, I'm pretty kind. There's nothing like this. Makes me miss footy, mate. September footy, grand final footy. I'm even a bit nervous myself, but obviously for you, mate, kicked out of the finals last week, so a bit disappointing for you. But we got the Toronto Eagles up first, the guys you lost to last week. Tell me a little bit about them. You played against them last week.
Yeah, good team. Finished very strongly last week. Ran over the top of us, and it's been the story of their season, really, or their finals at least. They've come from behind a couple of times, so even if they're out, halfway through this game, don't write them off. Yeah,
and the Etobicoke Kangaroos, one of the dominant teams in the modern era. They've got some quality players as well, Cody. Who are we looking for today from the Roos?
Yeah, absolutely. Jack Cuzner, definitely, and Justin Harris for the Roos. Probably their two most damaging players. Look for a lot of goals from those two.
So Justin Harris, look for him for the Roos. He's number 23, a dynamic midfielder who can play all over the ground. And Jack Cuzner, or Cuzzy, he's number 21. So there's Josh McLean, Rogers TV personality himself in the number 22 jersey. Look for him up forward, buzzing in around, kicking goals. For the Eagles, who are the players that we have to watch out for? Who are their stars?
Definitely number one, Avramov, league best and fairest last weekend. And keep an eye out for perennial goal kicker Aaron Falcioni up forward, number 9.
So we'll be back after the break. Thanks to Rogers TV, we got the AFL Grand Final. We're really pumped up for this one. We'll catch you after the break. Welcome back to Humber South here in Toronto for the AFL Australian Football Grand Final here on Rogers TV between the Etobicoke Kangaroos and the Toronto Eagles. Again, my name is Simon Drum. With me is two-time AFL Premiership player Cody Royal. The umpires are out. The Eagles are ready to play. The Kangaroos are ready to play. Cody, what's your tip for the day? Have you got a tip?
Well, we're looking at two powerhouse teams here. They've won 6 of the last 10 premierships between them. My tip for the day is the Roos, although I wouldn't be surprised like last week if the Eagles ran over the top of them in the end. So tip is the Roos. It will be a close one.
No worries. And if you want a copy of today's game, don't forget you can check it out on rogerstv.com/Toronto-request. You can also look at the Ontario soccer, all the hockey games on Rogers TV, and of course the footy today. Not only the first grade game, but also the second division and the fantastic women's footy game that was on today as well. Some key players there on screen. Liam Austin, he's a player from Australia with a zinc on his nose. There's Mikhail Avramov there on screen with the tattoos. Bit lucky to play this week. Cody, as you know, played against him. Bit of controversy during the week. He had a 1-week suspension overturned, and there for the Eagles is Azza. And tell me a little bit about the spiritual leadership of Azza there, Cody.
Oh, he's been around the league for a long time. Everyone knows him. He's a pure goal kicker, so he's not going to do a lot of work around the ground. What you'll see from him in the forward line will be magic, though. Great hands above his head. Will take marks and will kick goals. He's a damaging footy player.
Just on screen they had Tony Halliday and Xavier Quigley. They're playing on each other today. It's going to be an even match up to there. Probably the players to look out today are number 23 for the Kangaroos, Justin Harris, the former lead BNF player. He's getting tagged by Lockie Merkel. And here we are.
Here we go, Drummy.
The throw-up for the Ontario Grand Final. Matata gets the rack taper perfectly to Halliday. Comes out of the centre. Beautiful quick kick to the advantage of Studham, and out he gets the hands. He's got the new blonde feathers in that he got done on the Sunday. He looks fantastic. He was on Australian national television during the week. And what a start for the way for the veteran. Another AFL lead BNF. And here he comes, lining up for goal. And he's just screwed it to the right, Cody.
That was an absolutely picture-perfect start for the Roos there. Matata down to Halliday, and then Halliday kicked it perfectly to Studham. Put it into space for him to run into. So great start for the Roos there.
So we have Sean Kennedy, who's their typical kick out here. He dodges to the left, then to the right, and he turns the ball over straight to Justin Moniz, who went to play on, he did play on. Looking for a short target, start him again. The old timer, the veteran, and geez, he's pumped. I think this might be his last game of footy. He's a veteran. Make sure the hair looks fantastic, Dragon, and geez, he got it in place. And let's see, he's in the exact same spot as he was. The wind is blowing against him, so he's going to be kicking against the wind and a bit of a left to right breeze.
He almost passed there, which is unlike him. Usually just anywhere inside 60 he's going to have a shot.
This one doing the same movement, and it's just gone across the face of goal. So look for 24, Paul Lognan. Him and Shawnee Kennedy down back for the Eagles, both with the bald head nuts, as Paul Lognan kicks long to the contest here. Drop mark there by the number 9 for the Roos. Haven't got his name. Chip over the top to Matata, who doesn't quite get there in time. Handball to Halliday, who bombs it up, straight up in the air. It's going to be Merkel and Harris. Harris called for the free kick, didn't have it. Down to the ground to Matata. Clean hands out to Moniz, who's got a touch of it early. Contest on top of the goal square. Great pick up there by what was. Out comes Avron, the lead MVP, or BNF as we say in Australia. Out to the wing here is Baczynski. Play on, didn't get the grab. Number 12 in Chris Hasler. Dodges, weavers, or Avmarov takes the grab, and that's why he's the lead MVP, Cody.
Yeah, he's going to get plenty of it today. You'll be seeing number 1 a lot around the footy, both in the back line, and then he's going to run hard forward.
So he's going to play safe, he's going to play it down the wing. Sean Kennedy gets his, it's Baczynski, and it's going to go over for a ball up. Who are the numbers and the names to watch here for the Eagles here, Cody?
Well, Studham's on fire at the moment. We've got to watch out for him. When he gets hot, he can dominate you, but Harris hasn't been near it yet. Keep an eye out for 23 for the Roos.
So it's Lognan who gets dived on top of, gets the handball out. Picking up cleanly for the Roos there. Out, socket off the ground backwards. In the TH, Tony Holiday's hands. He's quick on his feet. He loves space. Out it comes by Baranka. Gets a quick kick out to a contest at half-back for the Eagles. That's Avmarov in and under. It's just an absolute rugby scrum in there at the moment as it goes forward to Kennedy, who gets it out. That's Dave Quigley on his left foot. And they finally get it out of defensive 50 here, the Eagles. That's Matata, who brings it back inside 50. They just start him again over his head. Here comes the two best mates in Harris and Studham. Harris is dangerous from here. Snaps it across, but it's just the behind. The Roos is not making the most of their opportunities early, Cody.
Tell you what, it's hot early, Drummy. You got to watch out for that combination right there. Harris and Studham.
The Irishman Loglan does the little chip out, gets himself a possession. That could be going out. And because he kicked to himself, the umpires, no one else touched the footy here, so he throws it in. He chipped it in himself. That's a good call. It is a boundary throw in there, umpire. There's a bit of miscommunication. Yeah, here we go, the boundary throwing. He chipped it into himself, so it doesn't count.
Tell you what, he's done that 3 times now, Drummy, so the Roos have got to be switched on to that. Paulie's an Irishman. He knows how to kick the ball to himself. They've kicked 3 behinds, and he's kicked it in the same way each time.
Yep. Pushing it back to Quigley there by Matata. Quigley, beautiful left foot. He's looking for Austin on the wing. It's got to stay in. It does. Goes out for touch from over boundary throwing. Yeah, it's an easy possession, but he's got the wind behind him going to the city end, which is to the left of our screen. So he's just trying to get a few extra yards as the boundary umpire throws it in here. Matata gets the tap out. Love to know who number 9 is. Haven't got him, but Avmarov, the lead man.
It's Petey Morrow.
Petey Morrow. Sorry, Petey. Now over the top. Didn't get the tackle, and then Hayward gets it forward. Beautiful mark there by Les Huser. Gets it inside 50. Falcioni playing from behind. Matata, just clean for a big guy. Picks it up, handball out. Contested footy. Who's going to get it out? It's Falcioni. He's disposed of the ball. In the centre ground. Contested footy, the Eagles will get it. He's trying to take him on, and he's caught the ball. Great tackle there by Justin Moniz. He's been busy early, Cody.
He has been. He's nippy, he is small, he'll keep running, but it's good to see him doing the hard stuff there on the ground with a nice tackle and free kick.
And big Jack Cousins, a dominant force at centre half forward. A long kick to, that is going all the way against the wind. He's kicked that 55 and again. Now, that's gone out for a boundary throwing, so the Roos will get a second opportunity to try and keep it in here. Now, I know we did say that the wind was going left of screen here, Cody, but It appears to me that the wind's died down or it's not going that direction.
I think you're right, mate. I think it's swirly a little bit down there. It's hard to read the trees as well because we're in a little bit of in the middle of all of them. So when it's down on ground level, it can be going either way.
Yeah, if you look at Emil Dragon-Studham's hair, they weren't ready
it
for that.
doesn't move.
Yeah, it's not moving. It's fair to spray. Halliday busy, clean feet, picks it up, and that could be the first goal. The Daddy's happy with it, and the Roos are off the mark here. Very happy. That was very clean by Halliday. He's dangerous in front of goal, Cody.
Always is. He just read that one perfectly from the boundary throw in there, which is where the Roos have been dominating early. Matata in the ruck and the big boys in the ruck, getting it down to their smaller players at ground level, like Holiday. Look at that. Clean pickup, dodges around 2 and slots the goal. And they needed that one, the Roos. They had some scoreboard pressure on. They kicked 4 points. And 3 points, sorry. And it's good to see them get on the scoreboard with a major there.
Yeah, good teamwork there by Justin Chipper Harris as well. He's getting tagged heavily by Merkel, but a nice little block there. Onzave Quigley gave Halliday a little bit of extra time, kicked the goal. They seemed to be a little bit caught off guard there, Cody, of the boundary throw-in. The umpire was talking to everyone, and the throw-in, and all of a sudden, the ball was in play, and Halliday was quick to know that it was ready to go. As the ball goes up, even contest in the ruck. Halfback gets it out to the Roos. It's Harding, but it's Halliday again, who's been very busy early on in the game. He kicks it long to a contest looking for Kuzner, who takes the mark. About 50 metres out here against the wind. The wind is directly in his face here. He's going to look to square it up, looking for Studham. Oh, it's Harris there, all by himself. Takes the mark. Geez, you can't let Justin Harris that much space inside 50.
Over his head. That's a fantastic mark with the swirling wind, like we said before. Almost like an NFL-style catch where he's running with the flight of the ball. Managed to juke it, and this should be an easy one for Chipper.
Probably just right centre of the goalpost here. We're right behind him here on Rogers TV. And he kicks and the Roos are on a roll against the wind. And they kicked the first 2 goals of the game, and the Roos are dominating. As you see, a beautiful kick by Jack Kuzner, Cody, into this hot spot, and then Harris doesn't drop contested or uncontested marks like that.
Just on that matchup there with Cuzzy, Kevy Minica on him, that may be a mismatch that the Roos look to isolate a little bit. He's got some height and definitely some speed on Kevy Minica. So look for the Roos to target Cuzzy. Maybe even clear out some space for him so he's got more room to work with.
And the Roos dominating the clearances as well, Cody. Let's see how they go. It's Matata, who's been very good. And again, straight down to Halliday. That's been the same all day long. Up to the leading Kuzner. Picking up there was the Roos at half forward. And then Halliday again. TH best on ground here in the first quarter. Looking for another one, and the wind's tagging it. And the Roos are up, absolutely dominating. Tony Halliday just dominating early, and the Roos are up by 3 goals, Cody Royal.
Oh, this is fantastic work from the Roos. They've won it out. Like we said, the clearance work, both boundary throw-ins and at the centre stoppages, they are just destroying the Eagles here. The Eagles have got to fix something, got to lock someone down, maybe play man-on-man, because guys like Halliday and Harris are absolutely running riot.
That's a beautiful handball out to space, and Tony Halliday. When you're in a grand final, it's obviously an individual who comes out and dominates. As the Roos get another centre clearance here, and they get a free kick. Merkel's trying to do his best to contain Harris, but he was hanging on to him without the ball, Cody.
Yeah, if we just get a replay of this one, we might not, but he just had hold of his jersey there, and Chipper's really good at playing those up to the umpire, so he gets those calls, and that's a beautiful kick straight down Studham's throat again. Use the wind to his advantage there, and again, put it to the advantage of Studham into the space so he could run onto it, and it's hard for the defender to make up that space between the ball and the player.
Wasn't a great kick by Harris that just tumbled in.
It was a bit of a tumble.
As we watch here on the screen, yeah, he doesn't have the ball. Great decision by umpire, but Merkel just trying to do his best to hold the thing. Studham here for his first shot. He's had 3 shots of game, and look at that. The hair looks fantastic. The kick was fantastic, and the Etobicoke Kangaroos have come out firing 4 goals to 0, and perhaps the Eagles played their grand final last week, Cody.
That's a bit of a shot in the dark, mate. But yeah, I reckon they're a little bit flat-footed here. They're a little bit shell-shocked. They've got to do something. Like you said, there's some spiritual leadership. They've got some experienced Canadians down there, Azza and Source down the forward line. They haven't been near it. They need someone to step up and say, you know, to stop the flow of the Roos, because they're just absolutely dominating.
The Eagles, I think, they need. Avramov's gone on the TH. Smart move to go man on man to try and nullify this Roos dominance out of the midfield, as we're going to have another contest here.
Well, you see, even right there, that's the first time that they've gone man on man at the centre bounce, and they've at least caused another ball up, which is better than TH putting it down Emil's throat within 6 seconds.
And look at that. The only one who didn't have a man on him had the ball and straight down the throat of Kuzner. He's a bit too far out to score. So he goes, pops out in front of Studham, and he doesn't have it. That's a free kick every day of the week. Geez, the Roos forward line midfield looks very dangerous here, Cody.
Hare has not moved still. He's been all over the place. He's been left, he's been right, but look at it. It's beautiful.
He gives a little flick back, and he just needs from what we could see from the early shots, he's had pretty much the same angle on every one of his shots. So it's his fourth shot on goal, Studham. And he just named, what do you reckon here, Cody? Left goalpost?
I think so, although again, it seems to be swirling, so it's hard to tell down that end of the ground.
Dragon Studham lines up for his second, and oh, look at this. Oh no, he's giving it the point, so he celebrated a little bit early. They're a bit, as
there's a quick play on again.
Plays on again. So again, as Cody said before, as Austin takes a mark here on the centre wing, he kicks it up forward here to Kappa. Kappa uses his body well on Haywood. As they picks it up, uses his body well, gets a hand pass away. Roos, though, will clear out of the fence here, and they'll take a boundary throw in here as we get a boundary throw in on centre wing here at Humber South College, thanks to Rogers TV.
Again, there was that quick play on from full back. That's happened, 5 or 6 times now. The Roos just got to be aware of it, because all of a sudden it was down in their forward line.
As Admirov gets a hand pass away, Matata gets a quick kick away out to Kuzner, who's absolutely been dominating at centre forward. Keeps it in. Great job at the top of the square. Studham dangerous. Gets it to his advantage. Great work. Studham dives on the ball, but they've caught sliding into the ball rule into his knee. So that's a new rule introduced to the AFL. Studham's probably not aware of that. He doesn't watch any footy in Australia, but that is a genuine free kick. And he's given away 50. So he's not happy with that sliding into the knees, a free kick here to Sean Kennedy. Sean Kennedy, very dangerous man in the back line if he doesn't have anyone to man up on Cody.
Yeah, he's an expert at intercept marks. He's a Team Canada player, so he's one of the best players in the country. And watch for him to just sit there, and if he can, like you said, be on his own, he'll intercept and rebound all day.
Need to get this in quick to the forwards like Tarsos Dimarcos, who's coming into the play here. Good contest here, as good hand pass by Kappa out to the Mark. Is that Mark Bang? Who just missed here to the side. One of our favourites here on Rogers TV, Mark Bang, but he just couldn't snap it across. The Eagles off the mark here. It's a Etobicoke 28, Toronto 1 here. As let's see if the Eagles have set up the zone defence. See if they can keep this in play. As Mark Bang, one of our favourites, number 30. Keep an eye out for him, as I will call his name out throughout the day.
Yeah, we didn't mention him before the game, but he's definitely a Rogers TV favourite. Mark Bang. Doesn't get much better than that for a footy name.
Nearly kicked the X-Blades goal of the day today as we kick out deep into defence. Matata, great, but it was a push in the back, a free kick here to Mike Aspel. Kicks it out to the leading Kuzner again, but he's outnumbered here. The Eagles get in front of him well. Now Kuzner, just pure strength, gets it in. Matata dives on the footy. Hot on the ball, Mikhail Admiral, he's very good in space like that. Great hand pass out to Lognan. He's turned the ball over in the middle of the ground, but he's dropped the ball there. But he span and did really well there. Kicks it out to centre forward. It's Harris, he's very dangerous up forward. Gets a bit of a gap, and he's going to put this straight down the throat over the top. Studham, very fast. Oh, that's an interesting handball, but Harris hand pass over the top. Could be another goal for the Toronto Kangaroos. Oh, Cody Royal, the Roos can't do anything wrong today.
They can't do anything wrong, and geez, Chipper had way too much space there again. We mentioned him before the game. He's a guy that you just can't give any room to, and he had about 10 metres in front of, it was McNabb down there, and he just runs forward and runs forward and runs forward. gets a handball over the top to Hazzy and slots the goal.
Yeah, just you got those key dominant players here. And number 12 there, Chris Hasler, gets his first goal of the game. And boy, oh boy, what a dominant performance by the Etobicoke Kangaroos in this first quarter. We not much time left here in the first quarter. 4 minutes, enough time for the Eagles to get a few quick goals for quarter time as Matata, a huge punch off the centre. Number 10 there in Durenka. Gets it off the halfback flank, but it's the Roos again pumping in the forward. But as we were saying before, Sean Kennedy, but he drops that mark. That's usually his strength, those intercept marks. Kuzner in and under, just pure strength. He gets thrown off the ball, no free kick. Just a really hot on the footy there as the Roos keep it in. There's Kuzner again, dives on the footy, and we're going to ball it up there, Cody.
This is what the Eagles need. They need to do something here, whether it's a scrum and just push the ball forward at all costs. They need to do something. They're down 33 in the first quarter.
And here comes Kuzner again, well smothered by Lognan. He's got a bit of space. He can kick it out here to Austin and Capo, but it's the Roos in front. Capo picks it up the ball. Oh, he's pushing it back. You'll get the free kick there.
Smart from Capo there. Just let the defender ride him in the back. He knew what he was doing.
He's going to kick it long to Tarsos DeMarcos. So it's Azza Falcione. He's crawling and he's going to... Very good at getting those free kicks is Azza Falcione. It was probably a 50-50 play, contested, threw the arms up. And as you can see, the Roos player... Oh, he's giving away 50. Oh, in a grand final, when you've got momentum like they don't want to do that, Cody Royal.
Talking of knowing what you're doing there, two examples, two experienced players in the AFL, Kappa and Azza, both won free kicks just from edging out their defender, knowing what they were doing, knowing how to position their body, and that's the Eagles on the scoreboard finally.
And how important is that, Cody, when you've had a terrible first quarter, to get a goal, perhaps even two, to finish off the first quarter?
If they can sneak another one here, like I said, against our team last week, they came from about 3 or 4 goals behind. So the Eagles are never really out of it. I reckon another one here would make it really interesting going into the break.
And the Roos defender there, he's giving Azza a bit of grief for a bit of Hollywood, a bit of showing off. I had a bit of a chuckle about it. Azza knows it, but he gets himself the goal. And brings back the margin to 27 points here at Humber South. Quick kick out, it's Halliday again, who had a bit of a breather out of the midfield. And I think they missed him in his time out, but as soon as he comes back in, gets another kick as the Roos go forward again. Here Cousins, and it's Harris and Cousino here for the Roos, who look very dangerous. Through the Eagles, tapped away. Contested footy here. He needs to get the hand pass out. That could be caught off the ball. Oh, he finally gets it out. Good hands by Cousino. Gets it out to the Roos here. Harris, not quite to his advantage. Gives a little bit of a push, but well done there by the Eagles defence to get it close to the boundary line, and that is a boundary throw in. Fantastic work there by Brad Harding. It looks very experienced, like he knows what he's doing there, Cody. Absolutely,
yeah. Just take that one out of play. Again, late in the quarter, chippers around. You just want to push that one over the boundary line, get the throw in.
We'll have a re-boundary throw in. He kind of rushed that and it didn't go. That's better, umpire. Thank you very much. Out to the well done here. The Eagles are going to go through. The Eagles ruckman here. Nice left foot, but not to the advantage of Austin, but he does well to get back into the contest. Through there was Karacic, who's been good at halfback. Oh, great athletic mark there by Brandon Betley, who just pauses a little. That's it. Wait for lead or pop it high and long. Oh, he's giving a hand pass off to Hasler. Out to the good punch there by Lognan, and we'll take the boundary throw in. 40 seconds left here on Rogers TV. The AFL Grand Final. The Kangaroos lead 34-7. Boundary throw in. Again, no Roos ruckman. Halliday again. Good tackle there by Merkel.
The Eagles have just got to lock this up now. They've got 20 seconds left on the clock. Don't give away another goal and go in, without the momentum.
As Pete Morrow into the top of the square. Dangerous spot. Good kick. We have JR and Kennedy fighting for the ball. It's JR, Justin Ridney here. Great spot. They're well coached, the Roos, getting the ball in the dangerous spots. Out there is Kevin Minico, gets a kick out. And that is quarter time here at Humber South. And the Etobicoke Kangaroos have hit just gone bang in the first quarter here, Cody Roll. They're leading here by 27 points. Cody, why have the Roos kind of dominated here so quickly off the front?
It was literally from the first bounce, wasn't it, Drummy? Almost textbook, straight from the opening bounce of the game, and it's just been an onslaught since then. I reckon they've got the ball in the hands of their key players, a hell of a lot more than the Eagles have. So you've seen guys like Avramov and Quigley for the Eagles. They've been around the ball, but they haven't really been damaging. Interested to see what the wind does and see if they can respond in the second quarter. Because, again, from here, it's quite hard to tell. It's obviously going to the right of screen, but we'll see how much it is in the next quarter.
So we're going to have a look at the highlights here in the first quarter, and it was a dominant performance. And Tony Holiday kicked the first goal of the game. A beautiful sidestep, nice shepherd from Justin Harris. They celebrated hard, great to get off the ball there. Justin Harris kicked the goal, and as Cody Roy was just saying, they had the ball in their hands of their star players as Brandon Bentley gets a nice hand pass to TH, who Tony Halliday, the best player on the ground so far. And wow, look at the face on that. That says it all. They were dominating. Terrible kick by Justin Harris, but somehow made the hands of Emil Studham. Look at that hair, perfect. Look at that kick, perfect. And they were on fire there, the Roos, and they looked unstoppable. And then Emil Studham again. Nice little hand pass over to Harris, and then a great goal here by Chris Hasler. And then the Eagles kicked one there, Cody.
Yeah, Azza got one. Like we said, the experienced guys got it down the end for the Eagles. But as we said just before, the ball has been in the hands of the key players for the Roos, and you saw that in those highlights. It was all Harris, all Studham, all TH.
Who needs? So we talked about some of the players that need to step up. And as you look at Azza Falcione, really giving it to the Eagles players here. And he's going to watch himself here if he orders the DVD at rogerstv.com/Toronto dub request. Maybe you can see what they did wrong in the first quarter. And what do you reckon he's saying to him here? When he's watching this DVD back on that website, what is he going to be telling everyone what he was saying to the players at quarter time there, Cody?
Knowing Azza pretty well and having coached with him, I'd say he's saying we need to stick to our structures. I think they were put off their game. They let the Roos play to the way that the Roos wanted to play, and they weren't able to stick to the way that the Eagles wanted to play. And that's one of the keys in footy. You always go in with your own game plan, and it's really the team that executes their game plan the best that's going to win.
Tell me a little bit about, for those watching from home who weren't aware of what happened last week where the Eagles won. I don't want to rub it in anymore, Cody. I know you were involved, but do you think? I know I mentioned it earlier. Did they play their grand final last week?
Well, it looks possible at the moment, doesn't it? But yeah, they've now had two pretty big come from behind wins in the last 3 or 4 weeks, and yeah, it's possible that they, in running over us in the last quarter of the prelim final last week, that maybe they spent too much energy.
What's Brett Connell, coach for the Kangaroos, what do you reckon his main message would be for the Roos?
Again, keep it up the way they've been going. Stick to their structures. I think they might have a little bit of a disadvantage with the wind like we saw in that quarter. Now the Roos will be going to the left of screen. Might be going against the wind. So you change some structures a little bit. Maybe you put a guy behind the ball. And maybe you just scrag for a quarter. They've obviously got a good lead now. If they can go into half-time having maintained this lead, they'll be doing quite well.
So how are they going to stop Tony Halliday? I guess the thing is, if you try and stop Tony Halliday, then that means you probably take off one of their other players, perhaps in Justin Chipper Harris or Studham. Like, how are they going to stop Halliday? Or they just have to realise maybe Harris is more dangerous, and they just kind of have to. They've got no choice but to leave Halliday run wild. Yeah,
that's possible. I mean, if I were coaching, what I would do, I'd break it down into 5-minute blocks. So if we can take TH out of the game for 5 minutes, that means that we've got to put one of our better players on him for, again, 5 minutes, then maybe I'd do